Remember, this isn't Stormcloak territory. If we're ahead of the news from Helgen, we should be fine. As long as we don't do anything stupid. If we run into any Imperials, just let me do the talking, alright? Glad you decided to come with me. We're almost to Riverwood. Like nobody here knows what happened. Come on. Gerda's probably working in her lumber.
I saw a dragon!
What? What is it now, Mother?
It was as big as the mountain and black as night. It flew right
Did I see you talking to Sven? Maybe not. Maybe... Never mind. But I would stay away from him if I were you. And I've got better things to do than this.
Gerda!
Brother, Mara's mercy, it's good to see you. But is it safe for you to be here? We
Gerda.
heard that Ulfric had been captured.
Gerda, I'm fine. At least now I am.
Are you hurt? What's happened? And who is this? One of your comrades?
Not a comrade yet, but a friend. I owe him my life, in fact. Is there somewhere we can talk? There's no telling when the news from Helgen will reach the Imperials.
Helgen? Has something happened? You're right. Follow me. Hod, come here a minute. I need your help with...
What is it, woman? Sven drunk on the job again?
Hod, just come here.
Rayloff, what are you doing here? Ha! I'll be right down.
Uncle Raylo, can I see your axe? I want
elves have you killed? Do you really know Ulfric Stormcloak?
Hush, Frodnar. This is no time for your games. Go and watch the South Road. Come find us if you see any Imperial soldiers coming.
Aw, Mama. I want to stay and talk with Uncle Rayla.
Look at you. Almost a grown man. Won't be long before you'll be joining the fight yourself.
That's right. Don't worry, Uncle Rayla. I won't let those soldiers sneak up on you.
Now, Rayleigh, what's going on? You two look pretty well done in. I can't remember when I last slept. Where to start? Well, the news you heard about Ulfric was true. The Imperials ambushed us outside Darkwater Crossing. Like they knew exactly where we'd be. That was 2 days ago now. We stopped in Helgen this morning. I thought it was all over. Had us lined up for the headsman's block and ready to start chopping.
The cowards.
They wouldn't dare give Ulfric a fair trial. Treason for fighting for your own people. All of Skyrim would have seen the truth then. But then, out of nowhere, a dragon attacked.
You don't mean a real, live...
I can hardly believe it myself. And I was there. As strange as it sounds, we'd be dead if not for that dragon. In the confusion, we managed to slip away. Are we really the first to make it to Riverwood?
Nobody else has come up the South Road today, as far as I know.
Good. Maybe we can lay up for a while. I hate to put your family in danger, Gerda, but...
Nonsense. You and your friend are welcome to stay here as long as you need to. Let me worry about the Imperials. Any friend of Raylov's is a friend of mine. Here's the key to the house. Stay as long as you like. If there is anything else you need, just let me know. There is something you could do for me. For all of us here. The Jarl needs... We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun
I
to
knew
send
we could
whatever
count
troops
on
he
you.
can. I ought to get back to work before I missed, but... Did anyone else escape? Did Ulfric?
Don't worry. I'm sure he made it out. It'll take more than a dragon to stop Ulfric Stormcloak. I'll let them into the house and, show them where everything is.
Help them drink up our mead, you mean? Good luck, brother. I'll see you later.
Don't worry about me. I know how to lay low. I told you my sister would help us out. What? Oh, hardly. I don't think even Ulfric could pull a dragon out of a spot. Lucky for us it attacked when it did, eh? I wasn't looking forward to getting a shave from the Imperial headsman. Just head north. Can't miss it. Jarl Balgruuf still hasn't declared for one side or the other. So at least you won't run into any Imperials along the way. I'm going to rest up here a while before heading to Winter.
Well, that's taken care of. No thanks to you. Certainly not. But a true... That's why I'm here, with my shield brothers. An outsider, eh? Never heard of the Companions? An order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough. Not for me to say. You'll have to talk to the old man's got it. If you go to him, good luck.
Need something?
A man like you needs a war horse, I reckon. None of them's older than now the horse we've taken to calling her Queen Alfsiger, or just Allie for short. I expect you can name her anything you like, once she's yours.
Halt! City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only. Riverwood's in danger too? You better go on in. You'll find the Jarl in Dragon's Reach, at the top of the hill.
They say Helgen got hit by a dragon. One of those horrors comes here. We'll be ready.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Yorland Greymane for help?
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulfric's Stormcloak. Besides, Greymane would never make steel for the Legion.
Have it your way. I'll take the job, but don't expect a miracle.
Got something to say? Everything all right?
Aye.
Cause trouble in Whiterun, and I'll haul you into the Dragon's Reach dungeon myself.
I used to be an adventurer like you, and I took an arrow in the knee. Need a blade? You should talk to Adrian at the forge.
Once I've made enough money trading with the Khajiit caravans, I'm going to buy the bannered mare from Hulda. About the same as everyone else? They're the catfolk of Elsewhere. Way I hear it, Elsewhere ain't nothing like Skyrim. It's got tropical... Yeah, these Khajiit make a live... It's got to be tough. Worst thing is, nobody wants them in the cities. Reputation mostly. A few bad apples spoiled a bunch. You know how it is. Before my mod, I met one of the caravan leaders, Madran. He said he'd help me get started if I could bring him a mammoth's tusk. Easier said than done. I spend a lot of time at the market stall so I can learn the merchant's trade. I need more experience if I'm going to... Before my I met one of the caravan leaders, Madran. He said he'd help me get... You'd do that? If you find one, I could teach you a thing or two about trading. Help you get a fair
Storm
bargain in the
cloaks,
future.
Imperials, dragons.
Farewell.
Ain't no matter to me what they feel. Let them come.
Wait, I...
Talos the mighty, Talos the unerring, Talos the unassailable! You have come. You have come to hear the word of Talos. Because the so-called Emperor is a coward. That's right, I said coward! Oh yes, he agreed to banish the worship of Talos at the tip of an Aldmeri sword. They called it
The White Gold Concordat.
well, I call it blasphemy. A true son of the Empire would never have turned his back on our greatest hero. Not at any price. Well, let me tell you something, friend. Cyrodiil is a long way from here, and in Skyrim, we will never... let them come! I have no fear, for Talos is my ally, and I am his... Hello, my friend. If you seek no immortal life, Talos was on... Talos, master in southern lands. He was known by the name Tiber's. So, if you want to know more, I'm sure you can find any number of tomes on the subject.